Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. And we think there is a darkness in universe. There is vacuum in this space. So much so there is nothing in this space. But on the contrary, there are a lot of things which exist in the plain vacuum of the universe. And this is what we want to discuss about. And in fact, today's subject will be very interesting for the science buff because some of the things that I will be talking about today are already common knowledge, and we're talking about the quantum fields. See, what happens is when we look at the space, we find that there are a lot of large objects. There are stars, there are sun, planets, and on those planets there are people living. There is life form of all kinds that is surviving, and all of these large things are made of very small things. These large things are made of atom consists of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But then we also know that each of these atomic particles can be further divided into smaller particles, and then the hunt is on to find more subdivided particles. However, there is a theory which explains that there are no particles. In fact, if you look at the double slit experiment, you will see that when the particle is actually exiting the slit, it starts behaving like a wave. So there is a duality of nature. There is a particle, but then the particles also behave like waves. For instance, there is electron. You can actually get the electrons into a wave, and you can shoot the wave just like a light wave onto the screen. However, we all know that electron is a particle. Similarly, there is a photon, which is a particle. We know that particle which is responsible for carrying light energy from point A to point B is photon. However, we know that light is a wave. Light is something which behaves like a wave, pretty much like ripples in the water pond. In our nearby stream, you can actually throw the stone and get the waves out. So similarly, there are waves. So scientists are thinking about that, whether these are particles or these are waves, or there is something more. So therefore, the quantum field actually explains that our universe is not actually what it looks like. It is basically consists of many fields. There are many interwoven fabric which behaves like a field, like a force field. And if there are vibrations in the force field, those vibrations in that region, because when their vibrations are happening, they are not happening everywhere. They are happening in the area which is located in the area where the vibrations are happening. So in that area, in the local area, there the quantum of vibration will determine whether this is an electron, this is a proton, this is neutron, this is a quark, this is a photon, this is etc, etc. So the quantum of vibration in the basic underlying fabric of the universe will determine that what kind of particle it is. Now, if it is vibrating, it can also disappear. Vibration will subside after some time, and then it will disappear. That is the reason that when we say there is nothing in space, there is pure vacuum. But on the contrary, because the entire universe is a force field, it is not empty at all. In fact, what we say empty space is actually having a lot of these force fields, and anything can happen in that area. That means if this vibration starts in the force field, then particles will start manifesting in the real world scenario, depending on the vibration that we have. So this is a very strange mechanism. However, if we proceed further understanding this science beyond, then we will be able to find out exactly why things happen the way they happen. And also, for instance, you have a body. You have a body which is having trillions of atoms inside your body. Each body part is having proton, electron, etc. But in reality, if it is a quantum field, then in your body, in the vicinity of your body, there are fields which are vibrating and creating those atoms. This moment, these atoms are manifested because of the vibration, but then it can also disappear, or maybe they are disappearing so fast that we will not be able to measure them. There is no measurability. However, the reality is that we are consist of waves which are vibrating in the universe, and because of that, there could be parallel universe when it is not vibrating in this region where your body exists. These particles or the vibrations may be happening in some other parallel universe. So it's very, very complex, and our knowledge on this area is also very, very limited. However, if we are able to understand this further, especially understand the quantum field equations and develop new equations, new science, probably merge relativity with the quantum field theory, QT, then we will be able to understand the true nature of universe. And because the particles keep popping out from vacuum and then keep disappearing. In fact, there are a lot of processes which cannot be explained without the virtual particle coming out from nowhere and then disappear into oblivion, but basically going back to nowhere. So if things are happening from nowhere to nowhere, that means there is something there, and the something may be in huge quantity. And therefore, since we don't understand the true nature of universe, we can explain, we can talk about it, but we do not know the true nature. I mean, our understanding is very limited. That is why we call the vacuum energy, the energy of the vacuum, as a 0 point energy. That means the 0 point energy is there, which is responsible for creating different particles. Using these particles, the universe is made of. And if we understand this much more in detail, then we will be able to explain what is the nature of dark energy, what is the nature of dark matter, what is the nature of matter itself, what is the nature of consciousness. There are a lot of unanswered questions. I think what we should be looking at now is into the darkness, into the vacuum, where the entire universe exists, and stop looking at things which we can see. There is a lot of things in the vacuum. There is a lot of action happening in the vacuum, and I think that is the place that we should be looking. What do you think? Do you have any thought about this? Do you intrigued by such questions? Do let me know. And I will see you in the next one.